specially requested by everyone. Today I'm making some sprout salad, or you can call it worm salad, or a different version of the sprout chaat. So let's see. So here are our ingredients. Of course, we have the sprouts, the Moong sprout. I have made these at home. You could buy it off the shelf from the supermarket. This is boiled, chopped sweet potato, broccoli. We have courgettes, cucumber, onions, tomatoes, and red, yellow, or green capsicum. I just wanted to give a bit of color to the green, so I decided to go in for the red. You have ginger, garlic, green chilies, and some jalapeno peppers from my garden, but these are optional. You don't have to use them. These are really spicy. A quick note about the green chilies. This is how I use them. For those who do not like their food to be too spicy, this is a good tip. I'm going to slit the green chilies and get rid of all the seeds. There you go. And then we'll use these chilies. They will give a flavor to the dish without making it too spicy. The same goes for the jalapeno peppers. I have de-seeded them and then finely chopped them. These are completely optional as they are very spicy. You could completely avoid chilies. Of course, we will need some salt and pepper for flavoring. I'm going to use crystal sea salt. You could use Himalayan pink salt or rock salt or any salt of your choice. And last but not the least, my favorite ingredient, the curry leaves. I wonder why it's called curry leaves though. But it has a lovely aroma, especially when cooking things like sprouts and mung beans. I love to use the curry leaves. For the dressing, we'll need some coriander leaves, parsley, lemon juice, some garlic cloves, some green chilies that have been de-seeded, mustard, olive oil. You could use any oil of your choice. You can even use almond oil, or you could skip the oil. It's completely, entirely your choice. And we'll need some salt and pepper here. And then we will need some sesame seeds, which I will roast and then add. We have some peanuts, which I have roasted, some melon seeds, some pumpkin seeds. You can add any seeds of your preference. If you do not want to add nuts, then you could choose an alternative. Let's start. We'll add in half a tablespoon of oil, very little. Add in some cumin seeds. We'll add in the green chilies that I have de-seeded. The advantage of adding whole green chilies is, for those who don't like chilies, they can easily remove it on the side while eating. And very little tiny bit of jalapeno, 1 teaspoon ginger, half a teaspoon garlic. You can add half to 1 or even more. It's all up to your taste, whatever your preference is. Gently roast these so they can release the flavor. Next, we'll add in the chopped red capsicum. You could use yellow capsicum, green. It's entirely your preference. I like to roast the capsicum first, just for about half a minute. Add in a bit of sprouts. You could add more of the sprouts and less of other vegetables. It's all a matter of preference. And we are going to quickly stir fry the sprouts. We are not going to cook them completely, but we want them to be just about partly cooked. I'll just sprinkle in some water so that the sprouts cook well. in the moisture and add in a tiny bit of salt to give in the flavor to the sprouts, and we're going to let that cook for about 1 to 1.5 minutes. You can add in more of the sprouts and less of other veggies. It's entirely completely up to you what you prefer. Till our sprouts are cooking, we'll quickly make our dressing for our warm sprout salad. We put in parsley, chopped coriander leaves, some chopped green chilies which are de-seeded, and these are not the spicy variety. They're very mild variety of green chilies. A few cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of mustard paste. I love to use the Coleman's mustard paste. You could use any of your preference. We'll season it with salt, black pepper, some lemon juice, some olive oil, about a tablespoon, 1 to 2 tablespoons. If you don't want to use olive oil, you can use any oil, any seed, cold pressed seed oil of your choice. You could even use almond oil. I do use almond oil sometimes in my dressing. I'm going to grind this quickly. Great, and our delicious dressing is ready. Have a taste. You need to add anything, feel free to add a little more of salt, a little more of pepper. If you want to add a bit more of lemon juice, there. That's our dressing ready. Great. It's been just about 2 minutes, just in time for our sprouts. They are well done. Wow. I think they are well cooked. And because these are sprouts, they really do not need a lot of cooking. We want to keep them half cooked. We add in the broccoli, tiny bit of salt for the broccoli, and give it a quick stir fry. Again, we don't want to completely cook our broccoli. We need the crunch. We leave the broccoli here for about 1 to 1.5 minutes. Meanwhile, I'll go fetch a bowl. It's been about 1.5 minutes. The broccoli looks nice and green. We'll add in courgettes. We'll give it a bit of a stir for about half a minute. At this point, we'll put in the delicious curry leaves. The curry leaf is also the neem, which is sweet. There are two varieties. One is the bitter neem and the sweet neem. And then we'll add in a bit of sweet potato. It's entirely up to you how much you want to add. You can add more or less depending on what your family likes. If someone doesn't like too much sprouts, add more of the sweet potato. Just switch off the gas, add in the onion, the tomatoes, and let it cool slightly before we add in our cucumbers. Let this cool down and then we'll plate it. Meanwhile, while that's cooling down, I'm going to toss in my pan some sesame seeds. Slight bit. We don't want to cook them. Just give it a toss so they don't taste raw. And fast to cook, good to eat. That's the kind of meals we want to go for. And of course, delicious and tasty. We're going to add in some cucumber. I love to season my salads. So a little bit of pepper, We have added the pepper in the dressing, so it's all entirely up to you. Bit of salt if required for the sweet potato that we added later on. Some lightly toasted sesame seeds, some peanuts. Again, for those of you who don't want to use peanuts, you can find an alternative, put any seeds or avoid. It's entirely up to you what you would like to add. And pumpkin seeds. And now for our final ingredient, our dressing. Delicious. Mix it all in. We can remove the neem leaves and put it aside. Our delicious warm sprouted salad is ready. This is perfect for the cold weather in UK. And wonderful when it's extremely hot as well. Just a lovely light meal which is full of nutrition and delicious. So you could also add in some salad leaves to this. Garnish it with anything more that you would like to add. But try this and please post your comments. Yes, I'm going to enjoy. Please like my video and subscribe to the channel. See, eating healthy is not all that boring.